see you. I'm Hiawatha, and it's really a pleasure to be with you. Joining me in just a few moments will be Sasha Budd. But so you know what I'm going to do, about 2002, I was working with a group in Oklahoma City and a group in New York, two artistic groups, who came together to kind of help heal each other. They'd both gone through tragedies, and I don't need to go through that. If you were living, you know what I'm talking about. And so in doing this concert, we wanted to have some kind of underlying theme. And I said, well, let's call it Healing Ground. And so I once heard a musician say that the music that comes through him, it comes through him. And that he doesn't know what he's written until he comes out of it. And this was such a thing. Sometimes I sit down and intentionally do a piece. But this one, I intentionally just want to sit down and see what came through me. I'll never forget how I felt when it was over. I cried. It was just absolutely fun. And it was first done as a solo, and then I did it for a choir. And it's most often done with my ensemble as a duet or a quartet. And tonight, I'll do it with Sasha Budd. I've taken it into different, and Sasha has sung it twice, just beautifully. And I don't like people singing songs I write for myself unless they can really, she makes me, it feels good. You'll see, you'll see. And I think that's all you need to know right now. This is called Healing Ground. This is how I play it when I play it for myself. Last thing, and I do run my mouth a lot, is that this year, over the past 14 months, I've experienced about 8 deaths. 2 of them metaphorical and the others for real, and 3 of them absolutely staggered me. And this is a song I sing for myself. I sing it for other people. The ensemble does it in great time. Okay. It's for you, Chris! It's for you, man! Your faith has been shaken. You're so low, the worms are calling your name. Don't you dare give up on praying. God hears what you're saying. Even the strong do cry. Don't be ashamed. Why don't you walk with me on healing ground? Don't take this. Please don't. What goes around comes around. Why don't you plant seeds of knowing to be reaping what you're sowing? Walk with me on healing ground. Walk with me on healing ground. When you feel your life is quaking, your faith has been shaken, believe me when I say it's alright. Even though you feel the sorrow, today becomes tomorrow. You can see the dawn because you lived through the night. Why don't you walk with me on healing ground? What goes around comes around. Why don't you plant the seeds of knowing you'll be reaping what you're sowing? Walk with me on healing ground. Walk with me on healing ground. When you feel your life is quaking, your faith has been shaken, believe me when I say it's alright. 'Cause even though you feel the sorrow, today becomes tomorrow. You can see the dawn because you lived through the night. Why don't you walk with me on healing ground? What goes around comes around. Why don't you plant the seeds of knowing you'll be reaping what you're sowing?
on because you lived through the night. Why don't you walk with me on healing ground? What goes around comes around. Why don't you plant the seeds of knowing you'll be reaping what you sow?